So how much is he going to set me back?
The dress is only $2,300.
It's $2,300.
Mike said if I like the dress, he won't say no.
You know, you don't wear a wedding dress a lifetime. You know, at best, she will wear it 15 minutes.
19-year-old Nikki sat on the couch, her eyes fixed firmly on the wedding dresses on her computer. As a Filipina girl, she was now thousands of miles away in the United States, living with her boyfriend Mike, who was 39 years older than her. Being in a foreign country had not dimmed her longing for marriage. Nikki secretly hoped to own a wedding dress that truly belonged to her, to mark the most important moment of her life. She stared at the wedding dresses on the screen, imagining what she would look like wearing one. Mike walked over and asked casually what was wrong. Nikki looked up at him and carefully brought up her wish to buy a wedding dress. But when Mike heard this, there was no trace of joy on his face. Instead, he looked annoyed. He had no intention of paying for it and just brushed Nikki off. If they really were getting married, they might as well go to a shop and try some on first. They could think about buying one later if it fit well. Though his words weren't a direct refusal, they felt like a bucket of cold water, dousing half of Nikki's enthusiasm. Even so, she still held onto a small glimmer of hope. Nikki wanted a wedding dress of her own more than anything. It was more than just a piece of clothing. It was also a recognition of this cross-border relationship. The next day, Mike rarely suggested going shopping together. Nikki seized the chance right away and headed to a bridal shop, asking the associate to pick out suitable dresses for her. While talking with the associate, Nikki shared her story. She said she had met Mike online, and even though they had only been dating for 30 days, they shared a deep bond. To marry her boyfriend, she had gone through the trouble of getting a visa and traveled thousands of miles from the Philippines to the US to live with Mike. The associate listened to her story with a look of surprise on her face, but still kept a professional smile. She picked out several wedding dresses of different styles and gestured for her to try them on. When Nikki walked out of the fitting room in the first dress, she was stunned even by her own appearance. Her heart was filled with joy, deeply moved by how she looked. But after she asked the associate about the price, the smile on her face faded instantly. The dress cost far more than she had expected. She immediately took out her phone, hoping he would come to the shop to see her in the dress and that he would keep his promise. When Mike got the call, he reluctantly showed up at the bridal shop. The moment he first saw Nikki in the wedding dress, a flash of surprise crossed his eyes. When the associate stated the price of the dress, Mike's face darkened at once, and he objected right then and there. To make things even more humiliating for her, Mike flatly told Nikki to take it off and change, with no regard for her feelings at all. But she had no idea that Mike would do something even worse next.